Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy 2021, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
We're back.
We're back. Took a nice little hiatus. I think we all kind of needed it. We needed some time apart because
After
we were
our last
kind
episode.
we were kind of getting to a point where we couldn't stand each other.
Mhm.
More them to me than me to them, but I digress.
It's not wrong.
Correct.
No, I'm not going to deny that.
Episode 30.
Yep.
Shout
30.
out, shout out,
I can't believe we've done 30 of these.
shout out Matt Clement.
Okay.
A career that could have been great, and then took a friggin' line drive off his dome piece and couldn't recover off that. This is while we're at it. New year, same assholes. Can that be the title?
New Year, same assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Well, we're already being more proactive than we normally are. Usually we get the name of
Yeah.
the episode about an hour in, so
And,
Exactly.
and you usually say the name, you usually say the number of the episode 20 times already.
episode
Oh,
30.
we'll give it time. Give it time.
Episode 30.
We'll piss him
While
off,
we're
and
at
he'll start with the.
I'm already
Episode
surprised he's
30.
not pissed at my shirt. Did you notice what's on my shirt?
It said body by booty or something. What does it say? Oh,
Body,
no.
Ody.
I like that song.
Oh my god.
I'm a big Megan the Trainor fan. You know,
Megan
I just
the
like
Trainor.
Yo,
Megan
yeah,
the
that's a
Stallion.
Trainer. Wow.
No, Megan the
Megan
Trainor.
the Trainer.
I think the episode should be called Megan the Trainer now.
I mean,
Episode
Wow.
30.
Oh boy.
While we're at it. New year, same assholes, Megan the Trainer.
Mhm.
so just to tell the listeners, because they can't see us, I'm wearing a shirt that says Body Ody Ody
well,
from
they
the
can
song.
because we're on YouTube now.
Oh, yeah, that's
Correct.
true. I guess now you're
They
going to
will
see my
see
tits.
your shirt and your nipples because they're on full display right now. Looking good, Kyle. Looks like you're getting back into shape after your gym hiatus.
I am pretty happy about it.
Kyle,
you.
would you so I do have some topics. They're brief, not many, because basically everything that's going on in the world is involving vaccines and secret audio recordings and voter messes and all this stuff. So we don't talk about that. We tried. We're not funny when we go political. That's just us. We talk about
It's also enough.
Yeah, we
We have
talk
enough.
about blowjobs and losing our fucking minds. So let us pick up where we left off. Kyle, how are you? What have you been up to?
I'm good. Back in the gym. I did a little family thing with just my parents for Christmas, which was nice. Did nothing on New Year's. Actually, I took some bomb-ass nudes. Sam, I'm going after that OnlyFans. If
The episode might be called Bomb Ass Nudes now. I don't know. That's a pretty good line.
2021 with bomb ass dudes.
a guy was like messaging me and asking me to take these pictures, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually a good idea. Thanks." And I'm getting some good reviews.
No, hold on. Getting
Wait.
good reviews. How many people are in possession of these nudes right now?
I put them on. I made a close friends list on Instagram, and
Oh yes.
they're up. Just two. Actually, I have my underwear on, so it's actually just underwear pictures.
Oh, okay. So it's
it's
basically
not
just
nudes.
modeling.
Yeah, I mean, with my shitty my iPhone camera, but they're good.
Portrait mode? No portrait mode?
No portrait modes. It's too close.
If
Can
you're
I show you
looking
one?
good,
Can I
if
show
you're
you one
looking-
with clothes on?
yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
wait,
if you're
no,
looking,
I probably shouldn't, because now this is on YouTube. I don't want.
you said
I
you
don't
had
want
clothes
that.
on.
Yeah, but I don't want it on YouTube. I'm already talking about it.
You already said it's like basically in the possession of like 100,000 people on Instagram. So
Not
it's
100,000 people. I think only.
Whatever.
I'll tell you the numbers. 48 people have seen it.
Oh, 48.
Oh shit.
No, that's nothing.
That's an average number of people that see my regular story.
Oh, I have way more.
I'm not going for the likes, man. I'm not. Give a shit
Jesus
less.
Christ, Kyle, you're just fucking dropping it on Sam right now, aren't you?
Fine. I'm over it.
I want to, you know what? We should set up on the While We're At It pod a bikini shot of Sam and a Speedo pic of Kyle with like
Do
a
it.
comment if
I
it's
ordered
Kyle.
my first
like,
Speedo.
Good for you. Good for you. We're gonna get into something involving Speedos. I found a topic, because I basically just cater to Kyle. No offense, Sam.
You know what?
but,
The
you know,
community has better stories.
I didn't
than
even.
you.
You know what? Hold on. Let's just put a pause on this for a second. It's episode 30. Here we are. It's while we're at it, episode 30. I am Marc, the Prince of Podcasts, the Duke of Decibels, Sultan of Sound.
Duke of Decibels, Sultan of Sounds. Holy God, I hated that in 2020
And with me
and
as always,
2021.
With me as always is the man whose story of asses put asses in the seats, the greasy gay tank, who's looking good, who's looking good in his underwear and just his underwear to 48 people. Kyle. How you doing,
Thanks.
buddy? You good?
What are you
Yeah.
thinking?
And
tenders?
air fryer.
No, I put them in the oven because there's so many.
Okay. We got the girl who puts the sanity in insanity, who should probably be fitted for a straitjacket somewhere in the near future, who just loves to torture herself more than we like to torture her.
Always.
Samantha. So Kyle, you're looking good in your Calvin Kleins, as we just found out.
And actually, I think those were Adidas, the ones I took pictures of.
Oh,
so.
yes.
And it's actually funny because I also have another one of these shirts that says canceled on it.
Oh my God.
Like it's pretty gay.
Okay.
It's pretty gay.
I'm afraid to put. I don't want to text
Why are
it.
you
Can I
afraid?
just to put it on here and then this being on YouTube?
Yeah, but like
I'm going for a new job this week. I can't really
shit.
I can't really afford to have this be online. At least at Instagram stories, it goes away and it's only close friends, and I would know if anyone screenshotted it.
True.
But yeah, I have my first Speedo coming in. That's what I ordered with some Christmas money. Very excited.
What else have you been up to during break?
Normal stuff. You try.
Like?
I may have seen a few gentlemen. That's about. I mean, I'm one of them.
I mean, this is my shocked face. So
one of them I actually like, and I want to keep seeing. We are still texting. Ooh. He's very cute.
Wow.
He came over at like 10 p.m. to watch Sabrina, and he stayed over till like 2:30 in the morning.
Mm. And
that's not the typical.
No, it's not the typical. He's kind of an asshole, though.
Kyle, just walk out now.
He's not an asshole in the sense that like he's like trying to be mean towards me. He's like, think of me but dialed up to 11.
Oh, that's not as bad as I was thinking. I was thinking he was a legitimate douchebag. I was like, no, get out.
He's not. He's just he can dish it out as much as better than me. So anything I say can be held against me. Now
let me just cut in there for a second, because when you said he can dish it out as good as me, I really did not think you were talking about anything verbal. I'll just put it out there. I did not think that anything verbal.
He's a good kisser. I will tell you that.
Does that really matter?
Yes.
Of course it matters.
What?
Because I thought you kind of had a no kissing rule.
No, absolutely
no. He said that's like the first thing.
Oh yeah,
okay, so
that's why my friends think I need, like, that's why I need to cool it down right now with the guys, because COVID wise, if I'm kissing people, one of my friends is like, well, you don't wear a mask, and I'm like, no. What?
So hold on, these friends of yours, members of the community,
obviously,
because we have to make sure that they're listening, and they're entertained. Listen back to previous episodes about that one, by the way.
Yeah, they want to replace them with. They want to replace you guys with more gay guys. So
I mean, we're pretty for straight people. I mean,
okay, don't go that far. You're okay.
I mean, I'm the ambassador to the community. I'm accepted.
The ambassador.
The amount of titles you give yourself, like, just can we just in the last 3 episodes, the 3 minutes, he's given himself. Like the king of decibels, sultan of sound.
Duke of decibels, sultan of sound.
What did Chris call him? His
paisan.
Paisan, and now he's a ambassador to the LGBT plus community.
Well, really, Kyle,
you've given yourself so many.
That was
titles.
one of my first titles that I've ever been gifted. Really,
Gifted? Who?
Yes.
What? The mayor of Gaytown come and hand you a key shaped like a penis? Like what the? Like what? How did you get gifted that? Who gave you that?
Well, don't worry about it. Kind of you, actually. Kind of you.
I don't have any authority. What?
You got enough. You're probably you're in the top 200 of famous gay peoples, at least with this. So.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say
200.
So. It's like Anderson Cooper, Andy Cohen, and you.
All right.
At least on my list.
Okay.
Elton John's on there somewhere. Rock Hudson, rest in peace. Ellen has fallen off big time, so you kind of replaced Ellen.
Oh yeah, let's take her down.
Yeah. So you basically hooked up with a few people, but you found one that you like.
Yes.
Love is in the air.
We've hung out once. Relax.
Love is in the air.
Oh.
Not rushing in. This is what happened last year.
Well, they say fools rush in, Kyle.
Not rushing into anything.
Just ask Sam.
Trust me.
Just ask me.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to compare notes on relationships, I mean, we're two people that
are in relationships.
Yeah, it's pretty good reference points. I mean, I have a somewhat stable one with a child. And
how is CKA? How is his first Christmas?
Well, we're gonna get into all that when we switch over to me talking about what happened during my break. And
well, let's switch into that.
No. I thought are we done with you? You just hooked up with a few people and took some nudes. I mean, that sounds like a Tuesday.
First of all, I haven't taken pictures in a long time, which is why
definitely keep running the faucet while we're doing the podcast.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
I meant to just put it in the sink. I got distracted.
That's all right. You're out of the
I'm out of practice. It's been 2 weeks off.
We've been missed. I actually did have some people text us asking, they've seen lack of podcasting on our part and they were concerned. And I said, well, just wait.
Aw, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not many people, but
I'm not one of those guys who takes a lot of like nude pictures. I know a lot of people who like constantly do. I just don't look at myself in the mirror that much.
I find that unlikely with the amount of gym selfies that you post on the regular.
Yeah, because but I don't look at myself naked that much. How about that? I'm usually clothed.
Okay. All right. Well.
So
Sam, do you look at yourself naked a lot?
No. Definitely try not to do that.
Why not? Are we body shaming ourselves? I look at myself naked all the time and just say, I'm doing all right.
Oh my God. Dear Lord.
Do you do that tongue pop too?
Yeah.
Like, good job.
Got myself a little wink, finger gun, tongue snap, and a wink, and just go, doing all right.
Nothing sexier than that. Wow.
Listen,
you really have adopted the dad, huh?
Listen, if you really want some self-esteem, you just, even when you're not looking good, you just gotta go, doing all right, and just keep it moving. There you go, Kyle. It's
all right.
A little bit of that.
I mean, my self-esteem is at a high right now, so I'm
good. Yeah, you're in love.
I'm not in love.
You're
back.
My God, you're back in the gym, in love, and still looking good in nudes, semi-nudes. Some clothes, some not.
I mean, there's clothes in all of them. There just may not be underwear in all.
So Kyle's been throwing the dong around and hanging dong during the break, which sounds, I don't know, like an every other day thing for him. Glad that you still have your routine down, Kyle. Samantha, someone who doesn't really look at herself in the mirror nude a lot, which I don't believe, because I guarantee you have a mirror in your bedroom, and
I do.
You have someone over, you kind of take a glance at yourself in action. I imagine you're the kind of person who during sex you like flex, like an American Psycho.
No, I do not actually.
Okay. All right. How was your break?
It was good. I went snowboarding twice for the first time in like, I don't know, 7-8 years. And that was great. I fell so many times. I have a bruised tailbone. I have bruised wrists. I have bruised knees. I swear to God, I killed my back. But you know what? It was great.
And this sounds just like a random rendezvous with Chrissy 2 Chainz. So I mean, it sounds what? I'm fairly rested for a person who has a child who likes to scream bloody murder in the middle of the night. So Sam is taking up snowboarding, and it reminds her of her sex life, going down a hill really fast and then hurting herself.
Yep. Accurate.
Yeah. What else did you do during break, Sam? Did you get any good Christmas presents from somebody that we've nicknamed on the show?
Did I get any good Christmas presents? I got Christmas presents, but I also
What
gave
did Chris
Christmas
give you?
presents.
What did Chrissy give you? That's what we were trying to get at.
Michael Kors bag.
Come on, internet.
Couple vinyls.
We just talk about Kyle, who's like going in and out right now, going, "Come on, internet." Am I going in and out, Sam, or is it
No,
just Kyle?
It's just Kyle.
It's just Kyle. Okay.
And now he's just like, smiling at the camera, like.
What a fucking episode.
Like
Welcome to 2021, everybody. Kyle is fucking like trying to move the antenna on top of the fucking TV just to be able to do the podcast.
I think we're good now.
Okay, good.
I may just have to hold it in this corner for a little while, but I should be good. You know.
Christ. So Sam got a designer bag from her quote unquote boyfriend. Kyle?
Not boyfriend.
Not boyfriend, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Quote unquote not boyfriend. We went on a wintry getaway and we got a Michael Kors bag. I mean, Kyle, I am no expert, but that sounds like a relationship to me, my friend. Thoughts?
Sounds like you.
I said it didn't sound like me. I said it.
How does that sound like you?
I said it sounds to me that this is a relationship, a full-fledged one.
I mean, we're like teetering on the edge a bit. I mean, but of course, there's been some issues that have arose, but we've worked through the issues.
Do you care to talk about the issues, or are we just going to play the guessing game?
I mean, it just like people. Why fuck around with like other dudes? Like, just why? Why?
Hold on a second.
Oh,
When you say fuck around with other dudes, that sounds like you were the one fucking around with other dudes.
So I'm gonna go on the record and say it's not me. I'm not like I don't have a secret dating profile. I don't go out and see other guys.
Sam, I want full disclosure right now.
Yes.
If you don't want to talk about it, now is the time that we can teeter into another topic. If you want to talk about it, this is your choice. I'm not forcing you into it. And Kyle being frozen is my witness.
I mean, so pretty much all I'm going to say is I got insight from a friend that there's another girl that claims that Chris still sees her and, has like these screenshot text messages and everything. And of course I confronted him about it. And I was like, listen, like there's a problem. If you're not serious, then like just tell me, I'll get the fuck out now. So like a few days go by, and like I don't want to have I don't have anything to say to him, just kind of like ignoring him. I'm like, whatever, at this point I'll just write you off if you really are seeing other girls still. Because at this point I'm not like fucking around. Like we're like almost 6 months into this. So it's 6 months into this with my last relationship. I was like head over, like I had crossed the threshold of no return, which means my head was so far up my ass that there was no way out. I was like talking myself out of things that sounded terrible and trying to tell myself they weren't terrible. So I was like, I don't want to have to do that again. So of course, I go over, like confront him after like a number of days go by. And I'm just like, listen, there's going to be like a time where like, I'm going to have to like retrust you and like retrust your word. And I'm probably going to freak out a little bit just because like I've been hurt in the past with this kind of shit. And from there, I mean, like, I honestly think that communication has been a lot better. Like between us has been a lot better since that happened. So, I mean, if it is still happening, shame on me. I'm an idiot. But if it really is true, if it really isn't true, and, she really is making shit up, I mean, then great that we squashed whatever the fuck that was. But it just became like a real nightmare for me to just be like, I'm 6 months into this. And I told myself, I was like, I'm not going to get attached. I'm going to be fine. I'm just going to walk on eggshells. And then I found myself further and further in, like every week.
Let it be said again. Let it be said again.
I can't believe you told the story on the podcast. I can't believe you did it.
Kyle, you were frozen, but let it be on the record again that I said, if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to, and we can move on.
Well, so this is the thing, is Chris is like, give me the number of the podcast. I'll use your platform.
You know
He's
what?
like, give me the number of the
Tell him.
podcast. He's like, I'll call
He
in.
can come
I'll use
on.
your friggin' platform. I'm like,
He
oh
can come
my
on.
God.
This is an open invitation.
I missed the beginning part because I was frozen, and I apologize for that. I have no idea what's going on.
She
So-
basically she told us what we know.
No,
Like,
I know, but
things were-
so he's saying it didn't happen.
He did. This was a girl that he used to like see. So this is
Yes.
not like he doesn't like not know this girl. This was a thing like before the summer, before we met.
Before you met,
Before we met, yes.
and it got back to you that they had done something.
That it's still happening.
That
Like,
it's
they're
still
still
happening.
like secretly like meeting up.
And they're like, no, and he's like, no, that's not
He's
happening.
like, he's like, Sam, with the amount of time I spend like at your house, you spend at my house, like I don't know when the hell I would have time to see another girl. And I mean, like,
a
you
decent
would,
line.
like you would.
Well, I mean, that's
I mean,
you don't know what he does when he's not there.
Exactly. So it's like I can only hold
But
you.
that doesn't mean that.
accountable as-
But it doesn't mean he's fucking around.
if he's also just giving if she's also just giving him blowjobs, those can be done anywhere.
Oh, I know, and that's like a big thing. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want that to be something that's going on behind my back.
No,
I
your
just tried-
sexual
when
health
I-
is important. First
Exactly.
of all,
So
I would
you
think.
need
I would
to
think.
know.
I would think. Actually, if I may, and this is going to be me saying this, I think it's Sam's mental stability that is going to be at the forefront here.
oh no, of course.
before
But
we
I'm
even
also
talk
just
about
saying, like, if she goes to the doctors and she finds out she's got fucking gonorrhea or something, she's gonna look at him and be like, "What the
yeah,
fuck?"
she'll just they just give you a drink.
oh
Just give you a drink. It's fine.
That's what they do for gonorrhea.
I have no,
no, it's
idea.
a
I have no
freaking
idea.
it's a freaking like prescription.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It's
I mean,
antibiotics.
Yeah,
You got
you can
health
clear
care.
it.
You're employed now. You're
I
fine.
know. I am employed, which is great. Which is
Decent
fabulous.
copay. Decent copay.
I just got on it, so like I don't even know. I just got the cards really.
Cool.
So,
So I will say this: as I was on the record saying that you did not have to talk about this,
Mhm.
you chose to, which
Yep.
is fine. That is your discretion, and it's your decision, and it's your prerogative. We support you, and we may disagree with you on some things,
Mhm.
but we support you always. And Kyle knows exactly what I'm talking about because when we knew about this for a few weeks now,
Mhm.
and we didn't talk
No,
about
it
it.
has been a few weeks. It's been like maybe a week and a half.
Okay,
Sam, it
it-
happened the week before Christmas, and
The
then
weekend
we
before
saw
Christmas, yeah.
the whatever. And then we saw the next I saw was you posting pictures skiing with him, or
Yeah.
I wasn't sure it was him.
that
I
I
had to be like,
sent. That I
Yes.
sent to
well,
him.
I saw it
Yes,
and I was about
because
I was
you
about to
texted me.
text.
And that's when I told Chris, I was like, well, TK thinks I'm an idiot. And he's like, my fellow Paisan doesn't even have my back, doesn't believe me.
I thought you were an idiot. I 100%. Yeah,
Paisan.
no, I didn't believe him. Like Chris, I'll say this right now. If you come on the podcast, I'm gonna put you across the fucking coals. I'll put you on the fucking witness stand. I don't give a shit.
I also
Um,
want to talk to the person who told you about all of this because that's
Yes,
where
I would like
that's-
to see the screenshots.
That's what I want to hear.
I want to see it. Any good prosecutor, which I will be.
the evidence. Yes,
I want to
we-
see the evidence because
the
let me tell you something.
The
The
trial
trial.
of
We're not
Christy
doing a trial.
Tuesdays.
How
not
about that
happening.
for an episode? That's
There you
It's
go.
not happening.
No, Sam, it's happening.
No, it's not.
He said he wants to do it, so he's
Can we
in.
get you
we're
a
not
judge-
dishing out screenshots. We're not like going through that shit.
Okay.
No, but
I don't
I
need it.
think it would be funny.
Let
No.
me tell you something. You ever see My Cousin Vinny?
No.
It's gonna be
Yes.
my co-host Mark. This is what that episode's gonna.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. Yeah, my biological clock is ticking like this.
I
love
don't
that
know
movie.
if that's what we want to say
I love that
for
movie.
her. I don't know.
Ah, it's a good movie. She won an Oscar. Joe
She
Pesci's my
won
guy.
an Oscar.
She did. And that Marissa still looks good to this day. Marissa Tomei, if you're listening, Mark loves you. Anything else, Sam? Designer bags, ski trips, and potential infidelity. That's
Potential
Yeah.
infidelity.
You know what? That's my whole break.
I mean, what's a better way of putting it, Kyle? That's what it is. Potential
Well, I
infidelity.
mean, that's why. Again, there's
Nothing's
no
proven.
title on
Mhm.
this. I mean, I'm
So
in
you
fucking
can't.
deep
So
at this point.
so this is the defense I'll give him. If something did happen and there is no title, you can't
Mhm.
be that mad at him.
No, and that's what it comes down to.
Okay.
There is no title.
So he'll
that's
be
on
on the
me.
next. So he'll be on next episode. Sam, he's gonna be on the next episode.
Oh boy.
I mean, I guess, but I still think after investing 6 months into this relationship and
6
here,
months.
That's just like-
I agree with my colleague here. I can't disagree with him.
oh, that's a It's older than Marc's baby.
Verbally
Very true, actually.
abusive relationship. I just
No, I
got
know.
out of.
I'm
I
not judging
understand.
you. I'm just saying, like 6 months, and then he's pulling this shit. Like, dude,
What?
it's
Like,
very,
I'm frequently just like, yo, if there's
it's
other
super
girls,
easy.
just
It's
let me
super.
know.
It's super easy to like just be a whore. Take
Yeah,
it from this
go ahead.
whore. Like, you don't need to pretend.
Yeah. And trust me, I had a list.
Marc liked
Like-
that comment, I think.
I choked on some water on that one. I don't know if
Literally
choking.
wrote
I don't know if-
down everything I needed to cover when I went over that night. Wrote it
Oh my
down.
God.
So I
I don't
didn't
know what's
fucking-
sadder. I don't know
I
what's
didn't
sadder. The
forget a
fact that you're
single
still with him.
fucking
I don't know
thing.
what's. Hold on. I don't know what's sadder. The fact that you wrote it out and that you're still with him. I really don't know what's sadder in this circumstance. I'm sorry, Sam, but you know what? That's it. Sad Sam. That's what we've always called her.
Sad
Sad Sam.
We did?
That's what we. That's what people call her. Sad Sam. Everyone knows it. Many people call her that.
Are you trying to impersonate Trump?
Yeah,
I was
the
just
baby
gonna say
likes
that-
the baby likes when I do the Trump voice. He's very into my impressions.
Oh,
He
good.
is.
Great.
Yeah.
Little CKA, that poor child.
Well, thank you for asking. He's doing great. Before I get into the whole break, we went to the pediatrician today for his 2-month appointment. He is now 2 months and 2 days old. And the pediatrician, not I, even though I always brag about my child, says that he's very advanced for his age in
Oh,
size, height,
Jesus.
weight, how he's already trying to be verbally communicative. Like he's actually like, and he's like responding to your words. I made him laugh for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that the
And
sound of heaven?
I fucking broke down.
Mhm.
I really did. I was like a fucking baby myself.
Oh my god.
My parents told me I'm a good. We went up to Boston, and we were double masked even when and wearing gloves even when we were just like we only stopped for gas. We didn't go in anywhere. I had to hold it for like 6 hours. He was great in the car. My parents love him. My grandmother loved. Everybody loves him. Spoiled like crazy.
Of course.
Yeah, and they're already saying he's going to be an astronaut. My sister says he's going to be an astronaut, an MIT graduate. I said that he's going to be an NFL punter for the Patriots and in the Hall of Fame. My dad says he's going to be a World Series and All-Star champion first baseman, and I think my mother said senator.
Oh.
A
So-
senator. Oh,
So the
Okay.
bar is set pretty low for him. We'll see how it goes.
I was just gonna be like,
Yeah.
has she looked at her son? He's gonna be a senator. What?
Go fuck yourself. Now, yeah, he's great. I really think he has his bad days. He's learned how to cry a lot more. And please listen to Dudes Being Dads for more info
here
about
we
my
go.
child and the whole
Shameful
journey through
plug.
parenthood. We had a new episode come out the other day about traveling with kids and the holidays around kids. It was really good episode. Definitely check it out for all people who even think of having children or who are expecting children, because a lot of people during COVID are deciding to have children for some reason, me being one of them.
Because they're
And,
stuck inside.
And also for those parents that are currently going through it, you'll get laughs because we have one experienced parent and one new parent, being me. So you'll laugh your took us off listening to poop stories and all that other great stuff. I might have to break up with my girlfriend.
Oh no!
Why?
Say that louder in her house.
Yeah.
I might have to break up with my girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah.
Didn't mean to.
Me and her have already talked about this.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a full
What
talk.
happened?
Well, it's a couple things, really two things.
What's that?
First off, she's in the market for a new car.
Mm-hmm.
I've always told her, being the good paisan, vowel ending, vowel at the end of the last name, person that I am. I always said that I wanted to have a Cadillac.
Yeah.
And of course, she's looking at Cadillacs. So I don't like
have
the
a
fact that
Benz.
she's stealing. I do have a Benz, but it's
Also,
not a Cadillac.
how are either of those practical baby cars?
Dude, it's a boat. Cadillac is another word for a boat.
Well, there are SUVs that are pretty safe that are Cadillacs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't
the
know anything
safest-
about cars. I really don't know anything about cars. So
Yeah, she already
I'm
did
just-
She already did like the whole safety reports, and like she's like, oh, Volvo. I don't want a Volvo. Ugh. And I
Oh,
was like,
Volvos
okay.
are so great.
Well, you know, if Volvo decides to sponsor the podcast, I will say Volvo is the greatest car on this earth. But they haven't yet, so right now they stink. So she's stealing my idea for my dream car. So that's one thing. Be original. Number one.
Yep.
Number two, and this is the ultimate sin. She decided on her own to create an Instagram account for my child.
I saw that.
I followed it.
I am not a fan of this.
Why are you not a fan of your son's Instagram?
Because it
think
just
it's
it looks like we're crying for attention.
Oh, I was gonna say just like the putting a baby on the internet
too
is my like. I watch enough Law and Order SVU to like be like.
Yeah, you really got to find a new show, dude. You need to find something with a little less morbidity, or even if that's a word.
Yeah, I don't like.
You got to find something a little bit more lighthearted. Maybe Schitt's Creek.
I do. I've already watched that.
Um,
CKA. Here we go.
Yeah, CKA_AMP. I'm not encouraging anyone to follow it. If anybody knows me, please unfollow it. I post enough pictures of my child myself. He doesn't need his own Instagram account. Plus, she's not the best at actually taking photos. And
You're
you know,
kind.
the whole background of my previous employment is I'm also a control freak, like you guys both know.
Correct.
I want to dive right in and take control of this account and make him viral, but at the same time, I'm like, no, I don't want to do that to my child because he's going to be an MIT graduate, astronaut, lawyer, first baseman, World Series champion, and punter for the New England Patriots in the Hall of Fame, and senator.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
that sounds great. That
yeah,
sounds believable.
great life.
Doesn't have to worry about Instagram.
Yeah,
He got Instagram. Besides that, I gave him a bank account. That was basically my entire break. It stuck.
Well, that's.
Well, I mean, it didn't stink. I got to see my family,
Just that
and
you went
I
home.
saw how they. Yeah, that was great. I didn't want to leave at all. I mean, but that's home. You never want to leave home. But none of that is funny. So we will move on to our topics.
At least you got to
Pretty
go
good.
home for Christmas. Like my whole family's had COVID up until like 3 days before Christmas. I literally did FaceTime with my parents for Christmas and watched my mom like cry like every 20 minutes. The fact that it's like it's not fair. I'm like, you guys had COVID like 6 days ago. Like, I'm not going over there.
Yeah, I mean, my extended family was all like, "Oh, I can't wait! I miss you. Pick up the phone and call me then if you miss me." What?
My mom was just like, it's not the same. We're FaceTiming for presents. And I'm like, yeah, but like that's 2020 in a nutshell. 2020.
Okay. You guys, so you had virtual Christmases. I have a strong feeling that neither one of you really had a big desire to go see your families during the holidays.
No,
so
I have no
It was like
desire.
whatever.
I just call out the bullshit when they're like, "I miss you." I'm like, if you miss me, then you would talk to me. You wouldn't just be messaging me on the holidays to say you miss me. That's not miss. That's just you just miss being around people. If you want to be around people, go to Market Basket. There's plenty of people there.
Basket. Jesus
What a
Christ.
line. What a line. Before we get into topics, I know I said we were going to slate over that, but because it is a new year, I want to talk resolutions, and I want to see if either one of you have made New Year resolutions. We'll start with the woman who puts sanity in insanity, Samantha.
I mean, not really like resolutions. Like I have goals. So, I mean, 2020 and all my prior years, I mean, I'm like pretty notably known for not giving a shit about how I look like. So now that I'm 1 year out from 30, I should really start taking care of my skin. So I'm really trying to develop a skincare routine.
Ooh, if you need recommendations, let me know.
Oh God.
Did I ever think I'd be asking a male for skincare?
A
advice?
gay man? Yes.
If I was going to ask
I
anyone, it
was
would be
gonna say,
Kyle.
Correct.
Are you kidding me?
I know.
I saw what
All
let's
we
put it
do
this
is
way.
like,
I knew what Kyle looked like before he got hot. So if anyone,
Exactly.
you want to talk about a
Oh,
transformation.
oh, you want to talk about transformation? My cousin sent me a picture. Hold on. You
Oh,
want to see
shit.
some ugly
All right,
shit?
we're gonna keep moving on here about resolutions though while he does this. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit. Oh, shit. Look
that
at
jacket is electric. Audio medium as well though. So Kyle just posted an old photo of himself wearing an electric suit jacket. And he's a couple pounds heavier with a bad haircut. I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh,
And now he has
I have got
contacts with these glasses on. So now he has contacts, a better hairdo, and he's lost some LBs. I mean, like I said, he should be in one of those like scam pyramid scheme, like I lost weight using Ultra 55,000.
oh no. I've been watching a lot of Hulu, and that Atkins thing keeps coming up,
yeah.
and I'm like, what a load of bullshit.
It is.
So you just want to basically be able to, and Sam, this is what we're talking about. You want to be able to look yourself in the mirror naked and be able to go, looking all right.
Yeah, well, I just like, I mean, I would like to like not get like even
Sam,
like,
do you think you're attractive?
I feel like with a lot of help I can be.
Okay, but that's
A
not answering
lot
the
of
question.
help. You're a
It's-
good
Lot of help.
looking girl.
Lot of
You don't
help.
need much help.
It's yes or no, Sam. Do you think you're attractive?
When I put makeup on, I get dressed.
Sam,
Yes.
it is yes or no. Do you
Yes.
think you're attractive? Okay, you do think you're attractive. You are attractive. You're a very pretty young lady.
Yeah, it has its days though.
See, Kyle was waiting for me to take it to that place, and I'm not going to.
Second goal though, I'm gonna start
Okay.
doing my hair more. I'm gonna start blow drying my hair and not putting it in a stupid bun.
I need to do that.
So
Yeah, you need
I'm
to
gonna
not
start
put your
doing
hair
my
in a bun. That's right, Kyle. You need to not put your hair in a bun.
I have a hair dryer. It's good for the curls.
And then I bought $425 worth of clothes, so I'm gonna start to dress like I'm
Ooh.
you know, like I have a career and shit going for me. Those
I
are
mean,
my goals.
in all my previous careers, I basically wore a baseball hat and a fucking t-shirt. And
I mean, that's what I could
a
wear
pair of
here,
Vans,
but
so
like I have to dress like I want to be a professional. It doesn't matter if there's no dress code.
you dress the part. Dress the part, be the part.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, that was boring. Kyle.
Speedo ready by summer 2021 and get myself to P-Town. That's
Well,
the goal.
you guys really just. I mean, the P-Town one, that's pretty cool. But you really are just focused on your bodies, and that's just.
Well, what I mean,
That's very superficial of the two of you.
No, why is that superficial that we
Yeah.
care about our bodies?
I
I'm
want to
just-
like look good when I'm 50. I want to look like shit because I didn't take care of myself when I was 30.
I never planned to live that long, so it's fine.
I mean, I agree with you on living. I don't want to live. I don't want to live to 60. I'm already dreading
Two of you.
30. But I mean, I'm looking good, so I'm not hating. I just want a little bit more. I want to bulk up a little bit more. So I mean, that's the only thing. I'm gonna see when I get the Speedo when it comes. I'm gonna see the areas that I may want to improve on, and then we'll go from there.
There you
And see
go.
what happens. I'm
Guy said
interviewing
in
for.
nudes, and he wants to feel better about his body. That's amazing. Okay.
Well, Dummy, what's your resolution then?
You guys are actually gonna laugh at this one,
Oh no.
but I'm a little serious about it.
Okay.
I want to be more positive and less of a hater.
Oh, get out!
It's never gonna happen. You've done it all
Get out.
podcast.
I don't even want to. I don't even want to hear that from you. That means you're gonna
I
have to go
do.
through a whole personality change.
Well, I don't think so. I think I've been a little bit more positive. You know, I've definitely enjoyed having my son around.
Yep.
And I'm a slightly better person when I'm around him, except when he wakes me up at 3:46 a.m. screaming at the top of his lungs, or we put him down and an hour later, he now knows where the baby monitor is. So he is just turning and popping his eyes open and staring at us. 2
That's
months old, and
terrifying.
he knows to look at the camera.
he's like the freaking Grudge or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
The
super
Purge, or not the Purge. No, you're right. The Grudge. Yeah.
It's like, pick me up.
Yeah, basically, he's like, I know what you're doing in there.
Give
I know what
me,
you're doing in
give me your boobs. I want food.
there. Okay, Kyle. Once again, don't ever talk about my baby mama's bosoms like that again, please.
Baby mama's bosom.
Yeah, that was a whole episode. Go back and
Roll
listen to
back
that
like episode 2.
one. Oh, maybe don't listen to that one. Yeah, you know, I'm trying to be more positive. I'm trying to be more of a PMA, positive mental attitude kind of guy.
So
It's
that
definitely
means you have to
tough.
keep your thoughts to yourself. You understand that?
I mean, I just listen. I'm not saying this is going to be easy. By no
I'm
means
just
am I
trying-
saying it's going
I'm
to be
just
easy.
trying to give you some advice as someone who's naturally more positive than you. That you need to keep every like thought that you have to yourself.
See, let me tell you what I can do. Hold on. Let me tell you what I can do.
Here we go.
And this is something I have been doing.
Okay.
When me and my son are alone, and
Uh-huh.
because he can't really talk yet,
Uh-huh.
I've been venting to him.
Okay. And how's that
kid
going?
Gonna have so much stress. No wonder he looks at the camera. No wonder he's like, please don't
Help
please
me.
don't send him in.
Help me.
Don't send him in. Mom, come in and save me. You God. I'm venting to my 2-month-old son.
Venting to
Jesus
my
Christ.
8-week-old son.
You think he's gonna be a senator? He's gonna have like flashbacks to his to this
PTSD.
PTSD. Marc.
Episode 30. while we're at it. No, I mean, listen, he has been, for one thing, he's also great. Like as soon as he starts crying, like there are some times when like I want to leave and I might just give him a little pinch on his leg and he starts crying and I'm like, oh, we gotta go. It's definitely helped get me out of things. So I vent to him just because, again, I know I have to keep my thoughts because they tend to be negative and I tend to ridicule people. But I think I do it in a more positive way now than I used to. So
Excellent.
I can just picture you venting to your son though. Like that is just like I have such a clear image of it in my head, and I can just also picture that poor child being like,
The fuck?
"No wonder he headbutts you." Like that makes so much now. It
every
makes
night.
so much.
He's like,
he's like, God,
done.
this motherfucker won't shut up.
whack me,
Ugh."
whack me. You know what's funny is when he headbutts me, and then he cries, and I'm like, dude, you did it.
Yep.
It's not my fault. My head was there. You knew where it was. Bang, bang, bang. He's like popping me like it's like Tyson jabbing my face when he hits me with that massive dome piece of his. Also, once again, humble brag. Yeah, no, that's basically it. My baby's perfect, and he's my therapist.
I need to go
I
back
think
to
you-
therapy. That's
I
what
think
I
you
need.
need to. I think you need to find a therapist because your
Correct.
child should not be your therapist. That should stop.
No, we're good.
There's a lot of apps out there. You could text someone.
Yeah,
You don't even have to
Headspace.
talk. Yeah, you could just do text-based therapy.
I mean, I could basically use YouTube for that, though.
You could, but we're still gonna tell you when you're being an asshole.
have-
I mean, we can
I,
always take it to the pod. Moving on to topics.
Okay.
Kyle, this is one thing I wanted to talk to you about, really. And like I said, we only have a few topics because everybody's still back from the world and everybody hasn't really settled back in yet. First off, I wanted to talk about a boat off the coast of Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah, so this is the huge thing on gay Twitter.
What?
Do you know?
Yes.
There's
I believe that they're referred to, and I wanted to see if this was actually a thing or not. Circus gays or circuit gays? Am I saying it right?
Gays.
What is a
Circuit gays. All right, I apologize for the circus gay. I looked at it fast. I apologize. I'm the ambassador. I disavow
parties. So
What's a circuit party?
Usually like a big outdoor music festival. They're usually a lot of shirtless muscle gays.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones who are like way more built than me. Like they don't eat for days and they go to these parties, they get drunk, they get high, they go into orgies. There's usually like a lot of flashing lights and like it's usually like 3 days or many days. If there's a pool, they'll go to a pool. Sometimes there's a boat, which I'm guessing you're going to bring up the boat that sank.
Yeah, so I have I have the article right here in front of me, and it's just kind of like a clip here. It says the PV Delice, a party boat with approximately 60 gay men aboard, capsized on New Year's Eve during the late afternoon, sending all aboard into water. Photos and videos shared to social media show dozens of people bobbing in the water and being pulled onto surrounding boats. All passengers have been reported safe. Kyle, being the only gay person on this, well, we don't know really what Sam is. Being the only gay person on this show, thoughts? Tell us more about it. Like, what is like again? Circuit gays partying, getting wasted.
So there's been a big uproar in the gay community because Porta, off that wherever that place is,
Puerto Vallarta,
somewhere in Puerto Rico.
That's what it is.
Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
There are a group of promoters who are hosting a giant, at least it's been 2 weeks long vacation where a lot of gay men go to vacation, and they're in an area that is a hot spot for COVID. So they're not being very safe.
Solid.
And so what happened is a Instagram account called Gays Over COVID is now outing all of the people that are going to this party. A lot of them are healthcare professionals or Barry's instructors or just the amount of healthcare professionals that are going, and because they got the first dose of COVID.
Let's talk about this for a second. One of the tweets here, this person has been called out that they are a nurse that raised $20,000 for his COVID recovery, only to get caught publicly spending it on a trip to what is it again, Sam? Puerto
Vallarta.
And that is real. The outlet right here. I mean, a lot of this is from Twitter. but an outlet called the Blessed Canadian outed this person for it. And outed, I think, is the wrong choice of words when
Correct.
talking about gay people. So I take that back as well. I disavow.
Yeah, it's
so
a huge. They put the circuit gays put a hit out on this Instagram. They said for anyone who finds out who this person is, we'll pay you $500. Which we were all joking that like $500. You circuit gays
it's
spend
basically the stimulus check. Yeah, that's basically
you
the
spend
stimulus check.
thousands of dollars to go on these vacations, and you're going to only offer 500.
Now, let me ask you a question, Kyle. This whole gays over COVID, is this the kind of like a internet militia group that is outing people? Again, I keep saying it, exposing people.
I'd say it's outing people who are posting to their Instagram that they're on vacation right now.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's like they're hunting down and finding. They're literally just being like, "You're posting this stupid shit."
And it's just,
like,
it's kind of
it's
just
being
gays on
shared.
gays here. It's gays on
Yeah.
gays here. Okay.
Oh yeah. At least that's what we think. No one knows. Everyone's been joking about who this, and then some people are defending them, being like, "You guys are all just jealous that they're on vacation." I'm like, yeah, there is a little bit of that. People, of
Sure.
course, I'm
But
jealous.
it's
Someone's on
also
vacation.
fucking safety.
The area
Yeah,
that they're in,
it's
they have a
not-
65% positive rate of COVID.
Gross.
And like the videos I've seen of people in these pool parties, like no mask, all together in this pool or in these tents, and I'm like, why would you ever?
I mean, well, that's also could be said about certain states that are below the Mason-Dixon line, where people are just walking the streets, like thousands of them that are just maskless right now. I mean,
Maskless.
hey, don't maskless. What did I say?
Maskless. No, you said it right.
Thanks.
Maskless.
So don't be an asshole. Don't be an ass. Wear a mask. That's what I have to say, right, Kyle? Say it.
Basically, or just social distance. I don't know. Don't go on vacation. I don't understand what's so
Correct.
hard about that. Like, that's just the thing to me. That's like,
wouldn't it be great? I mean, Kyle, wouldn't it be great if you found that one guy you were able to social distance, but still like kind of have a rendezvous with? You know what I mean? You know, like one of those, a gifted individual, someone who's blessed.
Gifted.
One of those.
what are you talking about? I have no idea what you're
An
saying.
elongated man, a very hung individual.
You
I was saying
want me to
somebody
date a
with having a
stretchy
6 foot.
guy? I don't get it.
Yeah,
Like a
okay,
Gumby?
never
I
mind.
don't.
Yes, a Gumby. Yes.
You want me to date a Gumby? Like, I don't.
Is that a thing?
You said you said like a long stretchy guy.
A big
I didn't say a
guy.
long. Yeah, a big guy.
A big guy. And I'm not talking about tall. I'm talking about length.
Oh, you want someone with a long penis? I
Yeah.
don't understand.
Accurate. Big dick. If we're going there, we're talking about big dicks. We're not talking about stretchy dudes.
Can we talk about Sam being the one saying big dicks?
Big dicks.
Big dicks.
Big dicks.
Say it like you mean it, honey. Come on. Say it
Big
into the
dicks.
microphone.
Oh, what a mess.
I can't
Per
wait to
usual.
have Chris on the show. I can't wait to have Chris on the
Why?
show. Sam, clip that. Just clip that so I can have that on my always at my disposal, please. Okay. Kyle,
Yeah,
what's
well, the boat. So there was a party boat that just sunk. I
we're
don't know
still
exactly.
on this topic. I thought we were,
Yeah.
okay.
I didn't get to the part about the boat.
Yes. What about the boat?
I just can't.
What about the boat?
The boat sank. There was
At
a
the
boat
boat.
of like 60 guys
They
on this
sank
boat.
in like waist high water. I mean, they didn't really sink. It wasn't a fucking Titanic, and everybody's out there like, I'm gonna get my hair wet. We're not doing that.
Oh, it sounded
These
like they
people are
were.
fine.
Oh,
No,
okay.
they're fine.
They
it's
made
just
it
funny.
sound like it
People
was
like-
traumatic
like-
enough. I
like-
mean, granted, it's gay
Like
men,
really
so.
was gonna
religious,
say.
like really religious people. What's the group again? The hashtag gays over COVID.
Gays over
Those
COVID.
people, the really religious people, and the people who just hate gays are just hitting this hard on Twitter. Probably about as hard as Sam was saying big dicks earlier. So
Big dicks. Big dicks.
Now she's using her hands.
Big dicks. I just do it every time because he can't fucking keep a straight face. I could be in the middle of something and she's like,
measuring, it's one of this is
big
measuring
dicks.
it out.
Big dicks.
And she also says it with a big smile on her face too.
Big dicks.
Sam's had enough. She's just like, I'm over this
Dude,
shit.
I took like
Sam's
a 45-minute nap before I started this. I feel like rejuvenated.
Oh man, I'm sweating. Oh, that was
Yeah.
good. Thanks, Sam.
You're welcome.
I don't know why you guys want to quit this podcast. That was fun. All right, moving on to something a little bit more morbid now.
More morbid?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, we're just talking about drowning gays.
Jesus Christ.
We were.
Why were you saying it like that?
We're not
Why were you
drowning.
saying it like that?
People aren't drowning them. The boat sank. They were fine. Mark made it clear.
You fucking
Drowning.
Joseph Goebbels? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Fuck is Joseph Goebbels?
Oh my God, read a history book for Christ's sakes. I'm watching Man of the High Castle, so I'm really like into World War II Nazi stuff at the moment. Not that I support them, I'm just watching it. It's about Nazis. And
I
Japanese.
watched a few episodes of that show. It's pretty.
It's good. It's good. It's got me. We were in need of a new show and we found it. So I mean, yeah, Man of the High Castle. If you're a history nut, the book is supposed to be good too. I think I'm gonna read it when I'm done. Anyway, moving on to something a little bit more morbid. Rest in peace, Alex Trebek. This has also been kind of weird. We didn't really talk about it.
I was gonna say this happened a
before.
while ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, it happened, but the way that Jeopardy worked is they basically filmed an entire month in a week.
Mhm.
And ever since his death, which was in November,
November.
okay, 80 years young, rest in power, Alex Trebek. It's funny because the nurse was saying, "Oh, is it at the end of every episode?" So he's still been on the air into 2021 now.
Until this week.
Until this week. This will be the last week of Alex Trebek's shows. And at the end of every episode, they have, rest in peace, Alex Trebek, or in remembrance, or whatever. And the nurse turned to me today while we were watching it, because we're old with a child and we watch Jeopardy. We said, she goes, "Oh, it's sad how he went." And I was like, rich, famous, beloved by everyone. His kids will never be hungry a day in their life, and he lived to be 80. I don't really think it's that sad.
Yeah.
It's sad that we won't see him because he's probably the greatest game show host ever.
Yeah.
But my question for you guys is, were you guys Jeopardy fans? Or you Alex Trebek
My
fans?
roommates are. I have not. I do when I know the topics. I'll watch, but
It makes you feel
very
good too
rare
when you
that-
know it, right? It gives
Yeah.
you a little.
I'm like, wow, I feel kind of smart. I learned something in college.
Right.
Oh,
I
mine
am-
are like stupid topics. There was a Pokemon board, and I was like, I know all of this. Like
Oh my God.
that's how intelligent I am.
No, you said it.
Yep.
I'm a fan of Jeopardy. I always have. My grandparents and my parents used to make me watch it because they thought it would actually make me intelligent. And now I just know a bunch of useless information instead of like the stuff that, matters. I can't balance a checkbook, but I can, tell you who the, 8th president was. So
Yep.
it's all very weird. It's Martin Van Buren, by the way. Now,
Thanks.
you're welcome. The question is, do you think Jeopardy should still be a thing without Alex Trebek?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, who was doing Price is Right before Drew Carey?
Bob Barker.
And Price is Right still a thing. Why is
I don't think it should be a thing either. I think this is now a time to make room. Replacing him is like the Patriots replacing Tom Brady, or there's somebody replacing the Bull, or the Michael Jordan, or you never want to be the guy after the guy.
I
But
mean,
the
I
only
think Drew
thing
Carey is
is-
doing very good. I think a lot of people like Drew Carey. So like, I don't know. I think people love the show and have respect for Alex Trebek, obviously, but I don't think canceling it is necessary. They want it. The show is beloved by all.
I think
Also,
if you don't keep it on, think of what the kids and the younger generations will watch. They'll watch like Real Housewives of God knows what.
They already do. I mean,
Or
the kids
absolute stupid
are
shit.
basically just watching YouTube and TikTok. I mean, they I don't even know if kids watch. We went to her friend's
watch
house
TV.
we had a very responsible New Year's Eve.
Mhm.
We went to a household that was completely COVID vaccinated because they all work
Oh.
in a hospital. She
Nice.
just got hers. She got
Yeah.
the
Her
Moderna
first one.
Yeah, she got the Moderna one.
Yep.
And they said because of that, the baby will basically be building antibodies after because mom is obviously
Has it?
Yeah.
Cool.
pumping and he's drinking breast milk.
Yeah.
And then when I get it like a normal person back in when it's 2022, we'll be fine.
Accurate.
We were in a house and they have two smaller kids, two girls, two very nice, polite young ladies. And they were just basically glued to their iPads the entire time. And I was like, my son is never going to know what like Seinfeld or anything, really what TV or must watch TV is, because it's just going to be iPads and streaming stuff. And I kind of felt bad for him a little bit like that.
It depends. It depends on how much screen time you give them at a young age. It's probably better that you avoid doing that in like the first few years of his life.
Yeah.
The eldest who's adorable was funny as hell because the youngest one was sent to bed before midnight, obviously. And the eldest was like, took her iPad, the youngest's iPad, and her iPad and stacked them both together and was watching two different things at the table. She would turn and laugh at one thing, then turn and laugh at the other thing. And I was like, this kid's
Okay.
I was like, I'm not mad. I'm actually a little jealous.
This girl.
Also, by the way, let me just say this, and I kind of want to wrap up with this. New Year's Eve coverage on TV is terrible every year.
Oh,
I didn't watch because I was like,
awful.
I don't want to watch. I hate that Ryan Seacrest has this now for Dick Clark.
oh, I love
Like,
Ryan Seacrest.
This goes back to the
I
Al Trebek
hate
thing. They should have just make it a Seacrest thing and not make
Yeah.
it Dick Clark's thing.
Yeah.
I don't want Seacrest doing it. There needs to be someone else.
Why?
Andy and
He's
Anderson weren't good.
horrible.
Yeah,
I
Andy
love
and-
Ryan Seacrest.
Nobody does a good job with this. It's
No.
all bad. It all is bad because people are cutting it around. Cyndi Lauper's doing some
Oh my
terrible
god, what a
thing.
nightmare.
Mariah's getting interviewed on another thing, and Andy Cohen is trying to get Anderson Cooper over his apartment later, which I'm
Do,
surprised
like,
they actually
cocaine or
haven't
something
hooked
like
up
that.
before, and pop some acid and just
Oh,
watch
that's
the
nice.
ball drop or whatever. I don't know what the hell is going on, but they need to reevaluate New Year's Eve TV. You know what? We should host it. If we hosted New Year's Eve, even if it's just 3 blocks on Zoom, we'd be a lot more entertaining than those schlups.
Wait, Mark, do you remember when we did a New Year's Eve? Like,
The hottest mess of all time. Yes, I
that
do remember
was
it. Yeah.
the biggest dumpster fire. It was like half syndicated, half live, and they kept
All
saying,
right, so
"Oh,
let's wrap it up. We always wanted to do when I was doing the show Club Kiss, it was Saturday nights in Boston, and New Year's Eve that night was obviously a big night to go out. So they wanted me to do live cuts.
during
and
Was
a
I
big
there?
show." No,
You were
it was
not.
just
This
me.
was Sam. This was a Sam production.
Oh.
What a
Total
dumpster
request.
fire.
Total request live was going to be doing the mixes, and then I was going to be doing live cuts. Having people call in and telling us what they're doing and everything. And we had it all ready to go.
Mhm.
I recorded a few of them going in just because you always wanted to have a few ones in the can.
Yep.
The show never linked up with us.
Nope.
So my breaks that were already recorded started firing off. So now Sam is in one room trying to get the show live. I'm in the other room re-recording stuff and getting people to call in.
I think I remember this.
And at the same time, I'm basically hosting a live show and playing music at the same time. Me and Sam are communicating by yelling in the hallway at
Yep.
each other.
Yep.
And you know what? I don't know how it did. We got compliments afterwards. That's all I know.
They were like,
because
"You guys
we were
did pretty
that
good."
King of content, Sultan of sound, Prince of podcast, Duke of decibels. That is going to do it for the New Year edition of the show. We thank you all for listening. We will see you next time. Thank you. Episode 30. While we're at it, thanks so much for listening. Rate, review, subscribe, and definitely watch us on YouTube.
Later.
Bye. Peace.